My friend invited me to his house and I haven't been able to sleep again. My friend Steve, whom I hadn't seen in college for some time, came to class today. He said he wanted to talk to me about something after classes. Once the classes were over, both of us went to the college canteen. I asked him why he was not coming to college for the last few days. He said, one of the kitchen staff had left suddenly, so I was working full-time at the restaurant. Oh. I replied. My friend lived alone in his home, and he worked part-time at a restaurant. Then I asked him what he wanted to talk to me about. He said, I wanted to ask if you could stay with me at my place for some days. I know it's weird suddenly asking you to live with me. I'll tell you the reason, but please hear me out and don't laugh. I've been feeling that there's someone else living at my house, like some spirit or something. What? I replied and laughed at my friend. He then said, you can laugh, but if you stayed with me there for just one day you would understand. I wanted to leave my apartment, but I've already paid the advance, and I don't have a lot of money right now. So please just come with me, just for the sake of proving me wrong. I laughed and made fun of him for believing in such things. I agreed to stay with him for today and prove that he's a fool. It was 9 p.m., and I came to my friend's apartment. It was the first time I came here, as he had recently changed places. It was a beautiful place, and I was quite surprised as it seemed out of Steve's budget. I asked him how the hell did he get this apartment? He said, I don't know, for some reason this apartment didn't cost that much, and I think I understand the reason now. I asked him sarcastically that would he like to switch places? He said, I would love to change with you. As we were talking, we heard a sudden knock coming from the bathroom. Steve said, you heard that? I started going towards the bathroom and saw that it's just loud wind blowing, and the small branches of the tree were knocking the window. I explained this to Steve and made fun of him for being such a coward. It was midnight, and we were watching the TV, and we were making fun of some dumb show. As we were talking, I felt sleepy, and I asked him where should I sleep? He said, you can sleep in the bedroom next to the kitchen. I got to the bedroom. As I was lying down, I noticed that there is a door inside the room which had a lock in it. I thought of asking Steve, but I didn't have the energy to do anything but sleep. I fell asleep quickly, and it was around 2 or 3 a.m. in the night that I heard some sound coming from the locked door. I was scared out of my mind. It wasn't like a rat or animal making the noise. I heard loud breathing coming from inside the door. My heartbeat had raised exponentially, and I turned all the lights and ran towards my friend's room. I knocked on his door, asking him to wake up. Hurry. Wake up. He opened the door after a few minutes and asked, what happened? I told him about the noises, and he said, now you understand what I was talking about? I asked what the hell is a locked door doing in that room? He said, it was just a small space in which he had stored some useless items. I wasn't able to think about anything clearly at that moment. I thought maybe I'd watched TV the whole night with all lights turned on. Steve was tired like crazy, so he soon went back to sleep. I closed my room's door and returned to the hall and turned on the TV. I was barely staying awake and had soon fallen asleep without realizing it. Then after 30 minutes or so, I woke again, and I saw all the lights were off for some reason. I thought Steve might have turned them off, seeing me asleep. I turned all the lights back on and went to the bathroom. I was so scared that I thought about waking up Steve for going to the bathroom. As I came out of the bathroom in a hurry, I saw that the room was unlocked and I ran towards Steve's room and woke him up again. He asked me what happened now. I told him about the door, then I asked him if we should both go and look at what's up in the room. He said, okay, let's take some heavy things in case there's something. We both then went towards the room, both carrying flower vases in our hand. We both were scared to open the door and argued for a while on who should open it. Then after some time, I said, okay, I'll open it. Then I opened the door, and after seeing what was inside the door, my heart raced so fast I thought I would die. It was a body covered entirely in blood, and it was none other than Steve's. I turned back slowly towards Steve, and I saw him smiling at me. I then dashed towards the balcony and thought about a minute before jumping out of the house. Fortunately, it was just on the first floor, and there was a car parked below. I jumped out of the balcony and ran towards any vehicle I can find. I found a cab and returned to my home. The next day I called the police and told them about Steve's body. After some time, the police informed me that a heart attack caused the death and he died just the night before I came to his apartment.